Good evening, Gemini ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. And happy birthday! I certainly hope that you guys are enjoying your birthday. And for those who are waiting for your birthday, I just want to give you an early birthday shout out. Okay? So, for the month of June, I wanted to just go on and just get you started with a Lenormand's reading. It seems that this X has been kind of filtering through your readings through mostly this whole year, okay? And if you were to go back to revisit the Zodiac reading that I did in January, you can see that a lot of the things that I've been saying have been kind of ringing true. You may want to go back and check that one out. But for this reading, okay, I've decided to again go on and do an ex-lovers reading, but I've decided today to use my Lenormand's card, this time the fairy tale Lenormand's cards, and a few other or romance cards that I've decided to use, okay? So, if this reading resonates as I go through it, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. And so what I'm going to see here is to see how this ex actually is feeling about you and what actions they may take towards those feelings here. Okay? So first I like to just start off, and I'm going to just start off by looking at your oracle cards here first, and then I'm going to just get into your reading here. I'm seeing that next month, certainly you're going to be really, the cards are kind of asking you to kind of forgive here, and kind of to release the past, because really as you release in the past and heal from it, you really experience more love in your present moments here, because I'm kind of getting a strong sense that, you know, your feelings here, just looking at the cards here with these romantic feelings, are really worth exploring and expanding. And I think you guys are gonna meet someone new next month here, okay? But I feel that with someone from whom you've been estranged, or perhaps an existing partner that you're kind of having some dealings, they may differ in some sense here from you, you know? But they're your soulmate that I'm kind of getting, or you're feeling strongly that they are your soulmate, okay? So I'm also getting a sense that you might want to, if you want to kind of bring more love into your life, you might want to try to flirt a bit more, and it just extend your light-hearted, playful energies towards others here. And I feel that in order for you guys to kind of welcome more love into your life, it seems that you might want to, there's some family issues that need to be healed here. Perhaps something you guys may be carrying a hidden resentment inside from something that your parents may have done, or something that you watch or what you've experienced here. In any event, you need to heal those family issues because they might be holding you back a bit, okay? And really clearly decide with this very soon card on what you really want, so that you can invite or welcome the love that you really want in your life, or to improve circumstances that you already have here, okay? But I think with this X, you really need to clearly decide on what it is that you really want with this person. And you better might want to consider loving yourself first here, because I'm kind of getting a sense that you may have the tendency of putting others before yourself. And this card is asking you to really try to love yourself first, you know? So let's get started and look right at your Lenormand's reading here. And I'm just going to make a few general observations here before we're getting into this reading right here. I'm kind of seeing here, like just looking at the cards here, just I'm seeing a troublemaker. Your lover seems to be, appears to be, have been a troublemaker, and I feel that they played very dangerous games with you. And because of those games, I feel that you kind of cut them off, or you ended the situation with them, and it was a painful type breakup that I'm kind of getting here. And the breakup happened due to a lot of jealousy, perhaps a lot of envy, and a lot of cheating that seemed to have transpired here, that I'm getting, that I'm connecting here with just looking at your past here. Okay? So let's look at the bottom card. Here we have the stork. Okay, with the stork, it connect with water signs, so Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And Jupiter and Uranus governs this card here. So this card is all about change and all about restlessness and movement. So what I'm seeing here is that, what's kind of coming in the energy for you guys is that many of you will definitely, you know, want to kind of move ahead and kind of make a change in your romantic situation with this ex. You know, many of you will want to kind of put an end to this situation I'm getting, as it has been very difficult for you. And some of you might also, you know, want to kind of relocate, because that's it's certainly quite plausible that you're also, as I've already indicated here from these cards here, you're going to meet a new person here if you haven't already. Okay? So now let's take a peek at your past. And with your past, these cards here represent your past. I'm going to tell you how your ex is kind of seeing you, or in fact, how you're seeing that. The energies could go vice versa. And then I'm going to tell you a story of what I'm kind of seeing happen between the two of you in the past here. I'm seeing a lot of falsehoods there that's in the past that kind of happened with you guys here. Okay? So let's go on and just get started with first with this child here. The card 13 represents the child. And with the child, it represents an air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? And the moon governs this card. So the ex sees you or saw you as being a bit immature, irresponsible, or even naive. And again, these feelings can go vice versa. You could just as easily have seen this person the same way, as very codependent, as spontaneous, yet very vulnerable, I'm kind of getting. And then what sits next here, we have the snake. Okay? And with the snake, it connects with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And Mars and Uranus govern this card. So the ex sees you as being a bit sneaky, manipulative, envious, a person who has a hidden agenda, a person that's very experienced, clever, a person that was, you know, or they see you as a backstabber. Again, these feelings can go vice versa. Okay? And then you have the sit card there. Okay? And that represents an air sign once again. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And Mars governs this card. So they see you as being a bit cold, hurtful, aggressive, vehement, very dangerous and cutthroat, that I'm kind of getting here. And since the heart card, represents, that's your significator here. So let's just consolidate these cards and give you a story here of what I'm kind of seeing that may have occurred or might be in the process of occurring. So in the past, ladies and gentlemen, the two of you reconnected, I'm feeling. And although, you decided to kind of take things slowly, I'm getting, I feel the situation kind of took a very deceptive course, with a lot of cheating, lies, and betrayal occurring, which ultimately caused you to kind of make an abrupt decision, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of extricate yourself from this person, you know? And although I'm feeling it was perhaps a hard emotional type time for you guys, I feel that for you in particular, I felt that you still try to, hold on to your faith, I feel. Because this person could have easily, kept returning back and forth to jail, or just, had multiple lovers, I'm kind of getting, or, just dealt with so many people. They were, seemed like they were more like a serial type cheater, I'm getting. Okay? So let's look more so in your future to see what can you expect, you know? So you have the lily, you have the cross, and you have the garden. So prior to actually getting into those cards, I'm just going to give you my observations of what I'm kind of seeing here. I'm certainly seeing an old love, which is your ex kind of returning to you, and your ex wants to kind of, make some type of a long-term commitment with you now, but I feel that the burden has been very difficult for you, you know? And this ex seems to have been very impatient because perhaps they've been reaching out to you guys and you guys haven't been responding, or you just haven't been reacting the way that they are used to you acting, I'm getting. And I'm kind of feeling that this ex eventually is probably going to go to get some type of counseling, or they may tell you that they're getting counseling or something to kind of help them, treat people better when they're in a relationship. Because I'm seeing them very depressed. If it's not you going to get counseling or going to some type of a group type meeting, I'm feeling that this ex is going to do that. Okay, so let's look at the Lily card here. Okay, that represents an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, as well as an air sign, Libra, Gemini, as well as Aquarius here. And Saturn governs this card. So this ex sees you as very mature, very established and stable, and that's why they will want to be with you. Very conservative, very sexual, and well intentioned most of the time. But they're seeing you as being a bit distant, as you're just walking away from them in some sense. Okay, they still feel you are very handsome and attractive as well. You know, despite what you may be feeling about them, and again, these feelings can be vice versa. Okay, and then you have the cross that sits next to that. Okay, so with the cross, it connects with fire signs: Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, and Pluto and Neptune govern this card, okay? So they're also kind of seeing you as being a bit depressed or sad, or, you know, just going through a bit of a crisis, or as being needy, or you may be seeing them as such. They also see you as being religious or spiritually inclined too, that I'm getting here with this card, okay? And this card is all about, carrying burdens just as Christ carried burdens on his shoulders. So they see you as being a bit shattered, okay? And then you have the garden that sits there, okay? So with the garden, Venus, kind of governs this card, and it connects again with air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, as well as fire signs, okay? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So the ex sees you as also being popular as a social type being, one who loves to be outdoors and loves to party, even a club hopper. As an individual that might even potentially be promiscuous, flirtatious, very charming, yet you kind of have an uninhibited flair about yourself that, you know, it could be hard for some people to get used to, because they feel that you want an open type relationship, okay? Or you may be feeling that way about them, okay? So let's go on and just combine these cards to give you a more consolidated story of what I'm kind of seeing coming up for you in the future. So what I'm seeing in the future is that although you might have loved this ex, it looks like a lot of you have been kind of, playing a waiting period or a waiting game, or this has just been a long waiting period that I see that you've been going through, because I'm feeling that for some of you, it's been a minute since you and the ex connected, I'm feeling. And although the ex will still try to reconnect with you because there is some type of common type connection that the two of you have, I feel that you'll still be unhappy if you do return, and you should use caution should you decide to return. And the only reason why you're gonna be unhappy is due to all of the betrayal that you were put through, you know. And I feel that this ex or you really does not want to really settle down, but I'm seeing here that with this garden card, it's a strong possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that again, further emphasizing the fact that you're going to meet a new lover. You're going to meet a new person at a gathering of some sort. But with this card, I'm feeling too that they may not be that as ready to kind of settle down as you would like them to be. So that's why it's best to really just kind of, really get to know a person first, to really see what they really want here, because they may not even really want a serious type commitment, okay? So the next question I'm sure that many of you are concerned about is that if you haven't met this person, when in fact will you meet this person? So I decided to pull a regular card here, And the card that I pull is the Four of Cups. So that would suggest, Gemini, that you're going to meet this person. If you did meet that person during the third week of this month, you're going to meet that person during the third week of June here, you know? And again, because that's a four, that card is all about gatherings as well, too. So you're going to meet this person at a gathering or at a public event or a public place. And this person, due to the heart quality of this card, they're going to be very passionate, okay? They're going to have a very big heart. And you are advised to try to take things slowly with them and try to really get to know them, first here, okay? So let's look at a few other oracle cards, okay? We have here the Rainbow Reviver. So with that card, ladies and gentlemen, this card is all about a sense of trying to feel good. Next month, you're trying to just be a bit more optimistic here. So this shows that you certainly have gone through a lot of difficulties with this ex. So this card is kind of giving you a cosmic hug, if you will. Whenever you feel you need a cosmic hug, call upon the Rainbow Rivaler here. Okay? And then you have maturity, ladies and gentlemen. So you realize, ladies and gentlemen, that you and only you are really responsible for your own happiness, right? And I feel that your ex lacked emotional maturity. One of you lacked emotional maturity in your situation, okay? And this card asks you to kind of take a look at yourself first, you know, should you wish to kind of improve things and see that if you lack emotional maturity, okay? And this card wants you to try to stop dealing with false love here, and really try to really be a bit more honest with yourself, okay? And then you have the distorted feminine, okay? So what this card is all about is that this card is all about releasing toxic negative situation, okay? And this card is all about remembering past hurts, feeling a sense of depression or feeling a sense of neediness or feeling trapped, ladies and gentlemen, in manipulative type situation. So this card is asking you to ask yourself, are you constantly repeating the same relationships or re-entering the same type of toxic situation, you know? Are you constantly blaming your lover or blaming someone close to you or afraid to kind of, make the right decisions for yourself, you know? So this card is asking you to kind of look deeply into your own backyard here. And some of you are so, I feel that you're so used to playing the field that you have a fear of maybe being totally involved with someone or being involved with one person or perhaps your ex. I'm kind of getting here, may have had a hard time doing this due to an old attachment. So this card is asking you to try not to really keep secrets from one another, which contributed to whatever problem that you've been kind of having here. Okay? And then certainly you have here emotional freedom here. And this is in fact something that I'm kind of feeling, all that you really want here. You want to get that emotional freedom here to kind of do as you please here. So the thing is that the way to do that is that you have to just be honest with one another. Okay? Additionally, try to honor the place in one another where you are considered one eternal soul, because there you're going to find the bliss that you've been searching for. Okay? And I feel that this ex is still thinking about you at the moment. They really want to be with you. Okay? So, in closing today, Gemini, let's point out or let's examine a few things that you need to surrender. Okay? So, surrender to the beauty of the natural world, ladies and gentlemen. Take a relaxing break, okay? And spend time in nature, because If you do so, you're going to certainly replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy that is there, you know? Try to surrender to inner peace next month, ladies and gentlemen. Try to cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. Understand that in quiet, meditative moments, ladies and gentlemen, focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner feeling. And others will, in fact, including lovers, will kind of feel your good vibes too, and your life will certainly flow more easily. Try to also surrender defensiveness, okay? Understand that defensiveness is certainly a sign of weakness, okay? And understand that to communicate in a more empowered way, try to stay centered and hear someone and then offer a clear, non defensive response if you do choose to talk to this ex or to someone that you're dealing with, okay? And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, surrender stubbornness, okay? Understand that if you're tensing up or kind of taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become a little bit more yielding, ladies and gentlemen, because this will certainly help you communicate more lovingly with others as well as with yourself. So, Gemini, this is what I have for you, and I will be following up, giving you more readings throughout next month. So, if this reading resonates, be sure to give it a nice thumbs up and share it with others. And if you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. And be sure to leave me over your comments. And if you'd like a more personal reading, contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Enjoy your day and continue to enjoy your birthday. Thanks a lot.